Hey everyone, Who's Your Jedi here with another review for you. This time I'm going to be talking about episode 4 of Binbogami Ga. Overall, I don't think this was a terribly strong episode. In fact, I'd say it's sort of the weakest episode that we've seen so far. Granted, we've only got 4 episodes, but still, I just really wasn't feeling this episode. And I'll get into why in just a minute. Actually, you know what? Let's just get into why right now. The main thing that we have in this episode is the introduction of the character of Momo. And he's a sadomasochistic Inugami, aka dog god, who can turn into a chihuahua. And I know some of you out there might be like me, or thinking like, since when did chihuahuas look like that? Well, I swung by the always helpful Wikipedia, had a look. Turns out that the type of chihuahua that you and I are probably most used to seeing, the whole Yo Quiero Taco Bell, or however the hell you say that, are short-haired chihuahuas. Momo turns into what is called a long-haired chihuahua. And just swing by the Wikipedia page, you'll see a type of chihuahua looks exactly like Momo, only it's brown instead of white. So, okay, I can kind of see that. And honestly, I'm not really surprised that if they were going to go down the route of making Momo be a Chihuahua, that they would make him look like that. This is a matter of taste, but I think a long-haired Chihuahua is probably considered to be a cuter dog than a short-haired one. I personally don't particularly care for Chihuahuas, but that's just basically, long story short, my cousin used to have a Chihuahua, and it really liked to pee on people, including me. So, because of that, I am, to this day, not terribly fond of Chihuahuas. But anyway, let's continue on with what I was saying. This episode, as I said, does seem to just be there to introduce Momo. Now, he is a supporting character in the series. We're gonna see around quite a bit if the manga is anything to go by. But that said, we already have one perverted male character in Bobby. I don't really feel a huge amount of need for the introduction of another one. Momo really is there just to make, silly sex jokes, and that's about it. The only difference is that he's on Momiji's side, where, well, more or less, Bobby is on Ichiko's side. Although, as you probably might have guessed by the way they interact, Momo and Bobby have a surprising amount in common. So it's I don't think I'm going to be spoiling too much here by saying that these two end up getting along quite well. And another problem that I have with Momo is, beyond his interest in masochism, there's really not a whole lot to him as a character. I mean, he's got that master-slave relationship going on with Momiji a bit. And he is there, I guess, this episode and this part of the story to sort of give us another person's perspective on Ichiko. But the problem is, Momo just tells us things that we've already seen from the previous episodes. And that being that she might be put up this this front of being a nice person, but underneath it all, Ichiko is a very selfish, very arrogant person. But then then Momo sees that, oh no, she really, really does care about Sawano. But again, this is stuff that we already know. In fact, Ichiko's caring about Sawano has been referenced more than once since the end of the first episode. And we've also seen, and it's just really driving it home, that he is the only person she really cares about. Now, granted, last episode we did see that under extreme circumstances, Ichiko can be cajoled into giving a crap, or at least, making some effort in regards to another person. But again, everything that we see going on in this episode really is just retreading things that we've seen in previous episodes, at least in terms of Ichiko as a character. Momiji is basically a background character for the most part. She's there, of course, to summon Momo so that he can sort of step in, take the spotlight. We see, you know what? I don't even know if there's anything I actually want to say on the record about what's going on with Momo and Momiji and their master servant relationship. Remember, folks, this is the internet. Once you put it out there, it's out there forever, and you never know when it's going to come back and bite you in the butt. So I'm just going to leave that at that. We also do get to see a reminder, of course, that Momiji is a very lazy person. We're reminded that, she made this big vow about how, I'm going to be the one that takes down Ichiko. I'm going to do it all by myself. And then she goes off and summons Momo and basically pawns the job off on him. But again, we've already established that Momiji's a very lazy person. I mean, she can't even be asked to put on her right shoe. So, again, I really don't know, in terms of characterization, what we're supposed to get out of this. I mean, there's really not much going on for Momiji. We're just retreading stuff with Ichiko, and Momo is a very one-note character, and in a way is just sort of, basically a copy in many ways of Bobby, just, sort of flipped a little bit. And yeah, oh yeah, I hate to disappoint you folks, but if you're hoping for some extra naughty goodness on the DVD release of this show, I'm gonna have to say on the record that I don't think that's gonna be happening, because this is just not that type of show. All right, and if you read the manga, it doesn't really show anything. Okay, you're just gonna have to live with the fact that those soap bubbles are gonna be there no matter what. All right, again, this is not that type of show. So, with that said, let's see here. Other than that, really, I think the only major strong points of this episode were the references to other anime, and this is stuff that all happens in less than 1 minute. Now, I won't lie, I really did get a big kick out of Kumagai. If you missed that, that's the name of Momiji's teddy bear sidekick, Kumagai. Him holding up the Lance of Longinus from Neon Genesis Evangelion, my all-time absolute favorite anime. I love that series so much, I have literally bought it like 3 different times on DVD. Darn Blu-ray releases. So bad for the wallet. But yeah, anyway, if you have never seen it, do yourself a humongous favor. I know it's a little bit old, kind of haven't come out in 95, but seriously, Evangelion is, without a doubt, one of the greatest anime shows ever made. But anyway, we do get to see that. We also saw references to Dragon Ball Z, some very blatant stuff with Dragon Ball Z going on. And we even saw Momiji slap on the Princess Mononoke outfit. But again, these are just very brief highlights in what honestly feels like a rather forgettable, very disposable episode to me. Let me see. Is there anything else I have to say about this episode? I did get a bit of a kick out of the PSAs in there, telling people don't drink boiling hot water. In Asian medicine, particularly Chinese medicine, as I understand it, it's actually considered healthy to drink hot water. Now, of course, even people who believe in that are not going to drink boiling hot water because, well, obviously you'll scald your tongue. But no, I actually have seen one of my Korean coworkers frequently drinking, very, very hot water. And seeing as how it's July, yeah, she doesn't do that because she's cold. Let me put it that way. I don't personally believe that there is any real major health benefit to drinking hot water, but that's just something people over in this part of the world believe. Let's see. Anything else? Oh yeah, of course, the whole thing with Momichi knocking back some sake, and then us being reminded that as a goddess, a god, a Binbogami, she is not the teenage girl that she appears to be. That she is in fact at least 100 years old, which makes her more than makes her 5 times past the legal drinking age in Japan, which is, of course, 20. So I thought those were some decent jokes. But let's wrap this up here. Again, this just is a generally feeling like, as I said, it feels like an unnecessary episode. We get a few decent jokes here and there, but for the most part, it just feels like a big retread of plot points that have been made in previous episodes. And beyond introducing a new supporting character, it just really doesn't do anything. Now, I am looking forward to the next episode because it starts off a storyline that is actually pretty decent in the manga and is honestly important to the character growth of Ichiko. So, folks, with that said, I'm going to call it here. As always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Hoosier Jedi. And until next time, take care and have a good one.